Hey everybody, and welcome to Stitchwick Creations. This project started in January when we had some frost and mist and some very strange fog. Using this as a theme, I shall be making a mist sprite. And clearly this sprite has been making their mist and weaving it very effectively in the Worcestershire and Malvern area. This doll is a gift and will be winging its way across the world to its new owner, and I hope they enjoyed it, and I'm sorry it's late for your birthday. And with that, let's get stuck in. I'm using this Frankenstein doll and I'm preparing her by chopping all of her hair off. Now with this one, I didn't have to boil her head to get the hair out, just to get her head off, because it's all heated up inside, so it was really easy to pull out. And we're left with a rather fluffy brain nugget. Using 100% acetone, I'm going to remove her face. And because I'm using a different coloured hair, I'm going to remove the paint off the top of her head too. Using Shimmerlock's metallic lunaria, I'm going to reroot her hair. I'm going to cut it in half because I don't want her hair to be super long. And then I'm going to start by plugging it individually. This is real time and you can see how slow it goes. So you get the picture, it takes a while. So enough of this, let's speed it up. I like to do reroots in stages. I like to do the perimeter and then fill in up to the part line. Once either side is full, I'm going to start on the parting down the middle. Because I want her to have a centre parting, I'm going to be stabbing her in the head and then separating each strand. So one goes left, one goes right. And I will be using warm water later on to make it stay in place. And as you go further along, you might want to employ some extra bits and pieces from your desk to hold those hair down. With all the hair rooted and secure, I'm going to wrap a band around her hair to hold it in place and then fill her head with glue. Frankie's made up of lots of different doll parts, but our sprite is not, so we're getting rid of these stitches and buffing those down with a tiny nail buffer. And where the print is in the seam, I get a scalpel and just scrape it away until it's all gone, and then buff it back down with the nail buffer again. I like to trim the neck peg down just so it doesn't interfere and it makes the head going on a little bit easier. And onto her face, I'm sketching out some eyes with a light grey pencil. It's nice and easy to rub out if I do make a mistake, and I can darken it up if I need to. I was lucky enough to get some pan pastels for Christmas from my boys, so I'm using this shimmery pink blush to make her look a little bit touched by the cold outside. You'll have to forgive the camera quality. This is a new camera. It's a cheap one. I was trying out because I know my previous camera had issues with auto tracking that I couldn't turn off and was making everything swimmy. This one is an absolute pain in the backside to make it focus on the thing you want it to focus on. So we're still learning. This girl's got a cute little face. She's going to have some lilac lipstick and some soft, very, very basic makeup eyelashes. Nothing extravagant. I'm using a dot of water to pull the paint into the lip crease because it's really hard to get pencils in there. To give her face a bit of depth, I'm going in with a turquoisey pastel to bring out the shape of her eyes and to give her some blushing around her head and in her under her chin and cheekbones and around those areas. I'm giving her hands a little bit of a blush, making sure that they look nice and frostbitten. And I'll be drawing some creases and her nails on as well. And we're going to give her a bit of a manicure as well. finish off the face, I'm going to use some UV resin and I'm going to cover her eyes and give her a nice sheen. I'm just tying her hair up so she's got these half-ups, base bun, pigtaily things, and I'm just going to use these style bands, tie them up, and then do that thing where you loop it inside itself. Does that have a special name? Is it a special style? I don't know. I was feeling rather confident and I popped that head on and fail. It popped the resin off and it took most of the eye with her as well. So we've got to redo her eyes. Back into the burrito with you, young lady. Take 2 on the eyes, another layer of Mr. Super Clear, and I'm just going to be rebuilding those colours back up again because it just took the top few layers off when the resin popped off. And while I'm here, I decided to give her some little white freckles. I'm just using some Vallejo airbrush paint. It's really light, thin down paint, and I'm dabbing it off with a cotton bud so she's got some really dappley freckles. For her clothes, I'm using these Gigi Grant boots that I've painted white, and I have a selection of misty purpley grey fabrics that will make her an interesting outfit. I'm going with some boots and trousers, legginsy type things, and a waistcoat made out of purple velvet, a silky shirt and a cloak. Using a variety of patterns from a couple of different people, I'll put the links in the box below. I'm going to make them like this. Instead of the high neck, I'm going to give her a lacy ruffle. The waistcoat was just the shirt pattern, but I added some tails on the bottom and didn't add any sleeves, and then put some fur ribbon around the outside. I'm just putting a hook and eye on to make it close. I'm then going to attach the cloak with these little findings that I found in a box and attach them to her waistcoat. I've added a fur trim to the cloak as well, just because I thought it needed a little bit of extra something. I'm making her a little wand to go with her outfit. I've got this crystal which the loop snapped off, so I'm using a bit of UV resin to stick it to a cocktail stick. Once the resin's cured, I'm using some epoxy sculpt to make some swirly dwirly things to go around it and hold it in place. Now that's all done, stop fiddling with it and put it somewhere safe to cure. To give the boots some depth, I'm painting watered down purple around the edges just to try and bring out the sculpting in the boot. But I don't want them to be too dark or too saturated because they're meant to be misty and ethereal. I'm painting it very much like watercolour, painting the bits that I want saturated first and then blending it out with a bit of water. And the base I'm just painting with a metallic purple. While those dry, now to make her misty hair. This hair from Shimmerlocks is fab. You can use a straightening curler iron thingy to give it a bit of a swirl and make some really beautiful curls. And once her whole head is done, she looks like she has mist following her. Now to use some white to bring out those laces now everything else is dried. And with the same faux fur from the cloak, I'm going to be adding some fur toppers to the boots. When the wand had cured, I painted everything white, and then I did the same thing I did with the boots with a grey paint to bring out all the details of the swirly bits. Because these are tight-fitting trousers, I didn't bother with a press stud at the back because it would make it big and bulky. So I've sewn her into her trousers and everything else will just slip on and do up as normal. Now we can put her all together and I can take some photos and send it off to Rosie. Hopefully the next project won't take 3 months like this one has. This one's taken as long as it has for several reasons, the main one being I am moving to a new craft room. Lots of new things coming up ahead, lots of new space, and hopefully better videos coming up. Thank you for watching, and if you've got this far, give us a thumbs up or a like. Feel free to leave a comment, and I'll hopefully see you in the next video.